we record this through Zoom meeting, I would say, because that's the original uh, format that I've been used for a couple of years, uh, trying to make this content. So, balik lagi sama gue, Ray, di channel Reno 7X. I got cold lately because due to some of the changes that finally, in the early of October 2025, I've got employed, in which case I'm being grateful to God, Alhamdulillah. But yeah, I think my body needs to readjust itself, because like I got dropped in weekend because I would like to like do the old habit, yeah, again some of the old habit like playing badminton or something, so on and so forth. But I think my body need to adjust a little bit to be able to preserve some of the energies left so that I can enjoy both of the weekend as well as prepare for the next weekday, in which case starting from Monday. So I actually try to make this presentation as quick as possible because I'm try to relearning my skills using this very kind of content. And I'm not quite sure what the thing that I would like to say. I put it some of in my notes, on my good notes, and already make some of the presentation. In which case, mm, kind of meh, I would say. Let's see with this over shoulder as a background, side by side. Mm. Let me try. Uh, Let me try the layout, setting the layout first. Okay, and let's see. Here I am. I think I wouldn't need this since the setting is already we already can do the preset setting. In which case, a new feature for me because I'm not doing this for a couple of years. So yeah, #9. I don't know. It's quite a big leap of time. The latest time I'm doing REMON, but I would say like the overall content for this REMON is talking about 2025 as a whole. The thing that I would say, yeah, adulting, I would say. In which case the combination word of adult and also ayo ting ting. So yeah, adulting. So in my presentation or in my thought about REMON, the thing on my minds are quite simple actually. I would like to talk about the after graduation, in which case I got my thesis defense for my master degree on the end of the year of 2024. And yeah, homecoming, in which case I go back to Indonesia and try to readapt to the old place, in which case quite not only my house but also Jakarta as a whole. So that's why I put it on the places and the new condition and new situation where in my previous video, if you're really looking up into my channel, I give my thought about like the recent thought at the time uh, with the passing of my father. So that's also a new condition, a new situation for me as well, since I got a quite spacious house in Jakarta, but the people, there's only like three people, including me as well, living in that house. So there's like this kind of situation reminds me back in Palembang and remind me and remind I think the closest thing is like one of the Hindia song Untuk Apa song. Like yeah, I've got so big houses, but yet the people inside is not that many. So it feels like empty house, I would say. And lastly, I would like to give some of my thought for quite a long time. I would say Rantau. I mean, like 3 years, 3 years. Like I've maybe at the time I also go back once, twice, go back to my house. But it's kind of different between like just going for a couple of days and then you go back to Rantau or to your quite long journey versus like when you are already like you have to like stand by in your house for a long time as per now. So yeah, that's on my mind actually. So yeah, this is kind of meme from GTA San Andreas. It's not even a meme. I make it so it's looks like looks like a meme. So my face is or maybe just like the whole experience. I think I would say like the 2 years experience in Bangkok is kind of mixed feeling. I would say the first year I would say like it is a really good fun. I would say because I learned a lot. I messed up a lot. Try to be embracing myself. Try to like understanding myself uh, as ever. You know, enjoying my 24th, 25th. I would say. Uh, yeah, I have much time to be like in a solitude and try to like relearning about myself. So yeah, why membrane? Because my thesis defense was talking about the membrane. My thesis topic was talking about membrane, in which case the thing that I didn't have a plan to take to when I arrived for my master degree, but I have to anyway at the end of the day. So it's quite a long journey, 2 years. Maybe like if you put it on the CV, it's quite a short year, but I think for a lot of improvement and development, I think I learned a lot. I learned a lot in Bangkok. I try to learn myself first, like to be able to learn from your inner self and to be able to like have some of peace, I would say peace of mind for myself first, and after that I try to be able to talk to other people. So in which case, like you have to be done with yourself first to be able to go with the other people. That's the thing that I learned most. Yeah. Interpersonal after intrapersonal. So yeah, graduate for a second time, and for a fun fact, I didn't take the graduation party. I would say the Wisuda one, the Wisuda. Yeah, because the reason that I actually didn't quite satisfy with the thing that I do for my master degree. Not for the experience, but like the thing that I do for my thesis, because I think that I should be able to create something better. Yeah, but the situation is not kind of helping me, honestly. But yeah, that's life. Maybe if I get another chance, another shot to take some of the master degree or even like doctoral degree, maybe in the future, I try to made it up and doing it with my own condition because at the time like I have to go within the situation and I have to what is called I have to go in tolerance mode, bertoleransi, I would say, like in Indonesia. Yeah, toler got to tolerance with the condition, bertoleransi dengan lingkungan. But if I got another shot, I would like to like do the things in my own way. But let's see what future holds. So yeah, yeah. Once I thought I will let me check some of my notes in case like I can afraid like I might be skip some of the things that I would like to talk. Okay. For going back to Indonesia, maybe I would like to question my own journey for the rantau for quite a years, 3 years plus minus. Was it all worth it? Uh, like my first journey was going into Tanggu as it's also my first job, real job. I would say not intern job or whatsoever. It's a real job or legit new job. And after that going to Bangkok for 2 years. So and then going back to Indonesia. Was it all worth it? I would say yes. For my own character development is yes. But I actually lost a lot of time with my family, especially with my younger sister, since like the time frame was kind of quick. The time like I going back home, like she's already like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and yeah, earlier of this year she's already in the sophomore year, I would say. Yeah, sophomore year for her early school or SD. So it's quite a long time. I also got some bit rasa bersalah. What was the English name of it? Mm, I got this kind of sad feeling because I didn't like accompany her, tidak menemani. I would say like let me talk in Indonesia. Remon should be on English, but yeah, sorry, but I did not want to explain myself or mistranslate myself in such a language that I actually didn't quite understand. But let me talk in bahasa. Rasa bersalah yang saya alami adalah saya tidak bisa ikut melihat tumbuh kembang adik saya. Meskipun ya sebenarnya sebagai seorang kakak ada sedikit bentuk tanggung jawab lah. Tapi tanggung jawab pertama itu sebenarnya ada di orang tua. Ya akan tetapi balik lagi kepada situasi dan ayah saya sudah meninggal tahun lalu dan itu kondisi saya masih dalam perantauan. Jadi ada sedikit rasa bersalah karena saya mungkin nggak bisa benar-benar melindungi. So yeah, going back to Indonesia to the current situation, not the current situation, but like the earlier situation, idle time, jobless, and privilege. So idle time atau masa menunggu atau masa menganggur, you'd say like jobless is both the jobless is kind of a root word or the harshest word than the idle time. I would like to use the idle time because it's like more like sophisticated word and also used in the process system as well. Masa menunggu itu uh, it's actually kind of hard because you kind of following the truth. You found the truth that 19 million job openings is not job openings, it's a padel openings. Itu 19 juta lapangan padel, I would say. I got so much time to kill, I would say. In the first 3 months, I just like playing so much game. I replaying Mass Effect trilogy, of course. That's one of my base game, one of my go-to and favorite games. I think I also at the time also want to continue to play The Sims 3, but honestly, if I play The Sims 3, I might be not getting a job right now. So yeah, just Mass Effect for the first 3 months. I actually got some of the job opportunities, but unfortunately, like it's located outside Jakarta, and my mom actually kind of discouraged it, and she preferred it for me to be able to get the job in Jakarta. And um, yeah, it's quite sad because uh, I got so many like opportunities. Like I'm sending my own CV, sending my own resume, so on and so forth. Yet in the first 6 months, I would say, yeah, in the first 6 months, there's like nothing even once like the job opportunity that I could get. There is there's this like one job opportunity that I would really get close into getting it. But unfortunately, I messed up. Not I didn't get the chance. Not that I messed up, because I know the reason at the time. Like the company that I would apply to have some of the limit limitation in terms of like giving the chance for people to be able to get into their company. So yeah, but it's kind of bittersweet at the time because like I thought I already like got this job. Yeah, but the thing is like I kind of I'm being grateful because I've got this so much privilege instead of like because like in reality in Jakarta specifically the Gen Z, I would say the people who are on the range age of like myself, the 32 around 32% of it are jobless, and it might be like their situation might be like worse than me, but luckily for me, like even though like I didn't have any job whatsoever, I still able to eat, sleep, uh, using proper clothes, and yeah, living quite kind of comfortably in Jakarta. So yeah, that's some of the privilege that some people might not have. Uh, that might not have. So that's also the privilege that I got. But in the meantime, I didn't only just try to use this job seeking. I also relearning some of the courses. I take some of the free courses, training courses to be able to get some of the certificates. Mm, the certificate is not, yeah, it's just like my achievement milestone is. Let me talk this in Indonesian, but I think for myself that sertifikat ini bukan berarti saya emang cuma ngejar sertifikatnya, tapi untuk menunjukkan bahwasanya that in the meantime I also learn some of the new things, bukan hanya apply for a job, but I also learn some things as well gitu loh. Jadi meskipun hidup give you a quiet situation, ya, yeah, yeah, when life gives you lemon, right? You make a you made a lemonade, of course. So yeah, I got some certification most of the time about data science and also project management and also free courses as well. So yeah, um, yeah. Why the background is bayangkan jika kita tidak menyerah karena ya you living in the situation that where the government kind of didn't seem quite helping at all. And I used to live in Jakarta. They have so much chaos amid the situation. So quite a long tough times before I got my current job actually. Struggles so far. Like I said, this is one of the lyrics from one of the Hindia song, uh, in which case the new album in 2025, the Doves, I would say, the Doves album. Uh, it reminds me, or like it's I try to like take some of the lyric into my new perspective of life that I've got so many struggles actually when I going back here. Honestly, long idle time. It's also kind of created the situation, kind of awkward situation where like your parent, my parents actually, my mom like keep asking me where you getting a job, but like she understands that it's kind of hard to get a job, so she didn't like give any pressure of me, but she still keep remind me, but not like quite frequently. I think she knows me better, so luckily that I've got my mom, like my mom, and yeah, since I go back to Indonesia, another new habit in which case I messed up a little bit, so I got so much of the weight gains, quite a lot of weight gains, and yeah, after that loss because of the weight gains as well as there's some other things or like my private part of life, um, in some of the slices of my life, the slices of my life, I think it's better. Yeah, try to like contacting some other people that I would like that I would thought that she might be the one, I would say. So another failed romance attempts, I would say, because I believe that quite realistically she also kind of tired of waiting for me to get a job at the end of the day. So yeah, failed romance attempts, so on and so forth, and also a lot of loss of discipline, quite a bit at the time. But I try to, relearning some of the habit, relearning, going back to habit, to sporty habits or something like that, to be able to getting on my old discipline where I going to where I was in Bangkok. So yeah, wish me luck. Yeah, but that's my struggle so far. Uh, yeah. So as for the slides, I would I don't know, but I also believe that uh I kind of being flogged. I'm not flawless. I'm flawed. I grew up with so much imperfection, but every time like life actually takes you down 7 times, you have to be like you have to, and you must be able to getting up 8 times. So yeah, I take this quote from Guts from Berserk. I believe that I will eventually will walk soon and I will eventually will survive. So that's why I put GOS. Gue akan survive. I will survive. And I believe that everything will be okay. This too shall pass also is one of the quotes that I quite manifesting a lot, So this too shall pass, like whether if the situation is good, okay, this too shall pass. Like you have to be remain to be still grounded and still keep the alert. And if the situation kind of you know makes your heart kind of want to goes boom, I would say, goes explode, this too shall pass as well. So yeah, that's the quotes to live by, I would say. And yeah, some of the discipline, slow consistency. I try to relearning the slow consistency, especially for my weight loss journey. Wish me luck, I would say. It's always being quite adventurous if you are talking about my body weight. Used to be like very slim, and then I get so much weight, and then I got so much weight loss, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and something like that. But if I would be able to talking some of my targets, I just want to be happy, first of all. By the meaning of being happy is like to be able to get the peace of my mind, uh, and to be able to get some of the fat loss, yeah, to be able to discipline myself. And also, since my body is also my priority and also my responsibility, I think I have to be able to work the thing nicely with my body. So yeah, to be able to be around with the good people, with my family, of course, to be able to live with the less drama, I would say. Let's see, 2025 have another 2 months or 3 months, 2 months left, right? Let's see what 2 months actually can get me into. Maybe if I still have some of the thought to create some REMON for the updates. I don't know, but let's see, right? And as for the last slide, just Kendrick Lamar, because I just in the middle of the years, I would say, like in the second quarter of life, second quarter of this year, I actually listening so much about Kendrick Lamar, especially for this album, The Big Stepper, and the first single hits me. It hits me in my meow meow, I would say. It's like the meme. So everybody grieves different. Like the thing that when I read this, I remind it reminds me a lot of my father, because like people, I'm not that really close to my father, but yet, yeah, yet when my father's disease or pass away, it it left me some kind of like pain and wound, and yeah, I think like unhealed wound in my heart. uh, if I'm asking to myself whether there is still some that untreated or like unhealed wound, I would say yes, but I perceive that in a different way, because yeah, everybody grieves different, and I think for me myself, I also grieve different. So yeah, I think since everybody grieve different, we should be able to unite it in grief, just like Kendrick first first single in his album Big Stepper. So yeah, United in Grief. So thank you, I guess. Yeah, I think that would be all for my Remon as for today. I don't know whether the noise, because at the end of the presentation there's Islamic calls of prayer, but yeah, couldn't care anyway. So yeah, okay, couldn't care less. So yeah, thank you. And maybe I will upload this because I record this on the afternoon around 11 a.m. I think I will upload it tonight, but in to be specific on 12th October, 7 p.m. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Thank you.